Welcome back to the Cord Cutters News Tech Lab. Today we're going to be doing another cord cutting Q&A where I've taken a bunch of questions from viewers like you, and I'm going to answer some of the top ones. Now, if you want to ask a question you want me to answer, check out the community tab. Go to youtube.com/cordcuttersnews, or if you're watching this in the app, just click on my channel name. Click on the community tab, and every week I post a question there that you can comment on with questions. First though, before we get into it, if you like what we do here, we do cover the world of cord cutting in a wide range of areas, including daily news, reviews, tips, and more. Just hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. We would really appreciate your support, and it lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do here. All right, let's dive into it. First question up, I get this a lot. Will Disney launch free ad-supported streaming channels? And the answer is yes, they already have, but there's a caveat with that. Now, the ABC app was full of about 20-some of these channels. These are the free 24/7 streams of popular shows. There was like an Extreme Home Makeover show, ABC News, and others have all been streaming for free. The ABC app, sadly, right here, while still on my Roku, is no longer functional. You can still access these channels through the ABC website to watch them online on the website. Some of them moved over to Disney Plus, where you can find 24/7 if you're a Disney Plus subscriber. And others have been made available on a few other streaming services. Like ABC News is widely available across many free ad-supported services. The catch here is not all the channels that used to be on the ABC app have been made available on others. I do hope Disney will join Paramount and others in making their content widely available through free ad-supported streaming services. Disney has been long rumored to be looking at launching their own, and the ABC app was like a test of that. Sadly, that never became a reality and quickly fell apart when they shut down the app. So we'll have to wait and see, but if you're looking for free 24/7 content from Disney, check out the ABC website with that for now. All right, would you recommend Spotify as a music streaming service? So I use Spotify a lot for podcasts. I used to be a Google Podcast app person, loved it. Very sad Google killed that. Was honestly, in my opinion, the best app for Android for podcasts. But Spotify Music, pretty good. I do have Amazon Prime Music. We use that a lot. And I also have YouTube Prime, so I get Google YouTube Music. And like both are great. I think YouTube Music, I prefer Amazon better than YouTube. Just to be honest with you, it's not great. But we get YouTube Prime mostly so my kids don't see ads when they're watching YouTube Kids with that. But feedback. What's the best legal music streaming service? Is it Spotify, Amazon, Apple? What would you recommend? That's my question. Let me know. Leave me a comment. I personally mostly use Amazon. We're heavy Echo smart home speaker system. It just works really well with that. That's probably why we use it the most with it. All right. Why isn't CBS Sports streaming on Paramount Plus outside of select events? Paramount Plus, it's a great question. Why isn't more Paramount content streaming through Paramount Plus? And I'll put this out there. Why isn't Disney Plus having more Disney content? Or Peacock having more NBC Universal content? Well, it's because they still make a majority of their money from cable subscriptions. If NBC Sports Network started streaming through Peacock, that would be quite some news, through Paramount Plus, it would upset the cable companies and make them less willing to pay. Now, we saw this with Newsmax. Let's forget about the political side of Newsmax, whether you like their views or not. Newsmax used to also stream for free online. They shut that down recently and said, hey, we are going to have a free version, call it Newsmax 2, but it's not going to be the same feed as our cable network. And why that's important is they said that cable companies, because their contracts prevented them from doing this. Basically, cable companies said, why are we paying you for Newsmax when anybody can watch it for free online? Why should we continue to pay for it? And to this day, cable networks still are the main way or earn their revenue from cable subscriptions, from those fees for retransmission on it. And as long as that's the most profitable way, companies are going to continue to kind of bend over backwards to make cable companies happy, which means not offering their content for free online or even through their paid subscription services. The more they do that, the more they upset cable companies, the less cable companies are willing to pay them. We've seen that very often. I think when the Newsmax had a fight with DirecTV said, why should we be paying you? It's free online. If our customers want to watch it, they can just download your app and start watching it. They don't need to be paying for it through their DirecTV bill. All right. All right. If the FTC wants to split up Amazon, how can they create internet service? Yeah, so Amazon is facing FTC complaint because of anti-monopolistic behavior, mostly related to the Amazon store, not through their internet streaming or other things. The argument here is Amazon's putting onerous limitations on companies' ability to sell through Amazon to get special treatment if you're a Prime member and use Amazon fulfillment. Do I think this will break up their internet service or Prime Video? No, I think this is more about the FTC trying to put limits and rules on how Amazon can act as an online store, brokering other sellers' content with that. So, does that make sense? Let me comment, let me know. That'll be interesting. That's a tough one. See how that plays out. Here's a question from some recent news. Why did ESPN get fined for using an emergency alert tone? Yes, ESPN is being fined over $100,000 for using something that sounded like the emergency alert system notification tone in some of their NBA TV coverage. At issue here is there's rules by the FTC that say that the emergency alert system can only be used when it's real. You can't put it into a TV show, a movie, a drama. You can't use it in a sporting event, for example. The reason behind that is they want to make sure when people hear it, they take it seriously. That we don't desensitize them, that they're not going to be watching TV, have it come up, and just think it's part of the TV program, or it's a commercial, or they hear in the background, they dismiss it as not important because they hear it all the time on some type of TV programming. Because of that, apparently ESPN used it in some NBA programs several times, and they received a fine because of it. Let's be honest, $100,000 fine is more of a slap on the wrist. Don't do this again when you're talking about a company as large as ESPN. But that's why it happened. They have strict rules about it, and I actually think this is good. There's certain things, right, that if this goes off, we want to make sure it's really taken seriously, which means you can't have a bunch of people repeatedly using it when it's not really happening. All right, NYC asks, and NYC, thank you for being a subscriber to the YouTube channel. Your monthly contribution is a huge help. Question is, should local NBA, MLB, and NHL have a mandate in place where local markets get an OTA simulcast if the team has a game on cable or streaming? Excludes RSNs. So, should Major League Baseball, NBA, and NHL force teams to be available in market? We just saw the Dallas Mavericks add a bunch of free over-the-air TV stations. A good chunk of Texas can now watch the games for free with an antenna. With that, that's a growing trend. Several owners have said, hey, we want to reach a larger group of people and grow our fan base, and to do that we need to be visible. Being on RSNs, where Bally Sports is now only in the most expensive Comcast package. If you're a Comcast customer, most people don't have that package. So if you are trying to grow, that's why. Like I told earlier this week in the Cord Cutting Today video where I talked about this, I grew up in Michigan, a little closer to the Detroit than I did, or Chicago than I did Detroit. And I grew up in the 90s where Detroit wasn't that great, and the Chicago Bulls were the team, and I was able to watch all the games. It was on WG in America, so I watched all the games that were local right here in Michigan. That helped me become a Chicago Bulls fan growing up. I'm Michael Jordan too, won't lie. In my high school years and all that, he was huge. And now to this day, while I don't really watch NBA like I used to, I still keep an eye on the Chicago Bulls. Because of that, there's a lot of people out there who are big fans of it that otherwise wouldn't have been. And that's why I think a lot of professional teams are trying to grow. Should that be mandated? I don't know if that's going to be the way they go. I know MLB has talked about eliminating blackout rules, offering Major League Baseball's own streaming service and market. They are taking over several teams' TV production, which will help make that a reality. Be interested to see how that plays out. Will it become a reality? Won't it? We'll have to wait and see. But let me know. How did you become a fan? Was the availability to watch a team a part of how you became a fan? I think it is good for teams to actually do that. I don't think leagues are going to mandate it. They're all about the dollar, whatever's going to give them the best. Let's be honest, the over-the-air TV deals aren't as profitable as the RSNs and other deals that are out there right now. The teams moving to OTA are hoping that increased fan following will result in more ticket sales, and more merchandise sales, and revenue through other streams to help offset a drop in revenue from TV. Let me comment, let me know what you think. Well, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this Q&A. What do you think? Do you like them? Leave me a comment, let me know. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, and watch out. I'll be posting a new Q&A question on the community tab. Leave your ones there. If I didn't answer your question, you want me to answer it, re-ask it. There's only so much time in these, and sometimes questions actually come in after I record, because I record this a day or two in advance before I post it. Until then, take care, be safe, have a great day, everybody.